Good morning, children. Welcome back to our geography class. In our geography class, we are discussing about the water chapter, children. In part 2, we have discussed about the ocean circulation, how the waves are formed, and how the very big waves which are formed due to occurring of earthquake beneath the ocean causes tsunami. Okay? And at the end of today's class, you'll be able to learn about the tides and different types of tides like spring tides and neap tides also. Fine? Let's go ahead. Now, what is a tide and how they form, children? Yes, tides are basically rise and fall of sea level. It occurs in once or twice in a day. And the reason behind that is due to the attraction of the sun, moon, and the earth. Now I'll explain how tide works. There are many factors that are involved in creating tide, children. However, three of them are important. They are the sun, the moon, and the earth. So all these huge bodies having different gravitational force, which creates a tide in the ocean, children. And the gravitational pull of all these three heavenly bodies creates tides. So as we know that the earth is quite larger than the moon. So that's why the moon orbits around the earth. But then if you see the earth is smaller than the sun is enormous. It means very big in size, very huge in size. That's why the entire solar system moves around the sun. So that means small bodies orbit around the larger ones. It means smaller heavenly bodies orbit around or moves around the bigger ones. Because the larger body exerts more gravitational pull on the smaller one. So I hope so far it's clear, children. Now imagine this is the earth. The moon is right above it. But the earth and moon will exert same gravitational pull, children. Now we know that everything on earth falls on the ground, right? It is because the gravitational pull of the earth. For example, you are standing on the ground and if you jump, you will fall back to the same place. If you drop a light feather from the building, it will fall down due to the earth's gravitational pull. Now, when it comes to the ocean water is fluid, right? And the fluids move more easily. So, when the water on the earth in a particular region, if it is directly below the moon, then the water gets pulled by the gravitational force towards the moon. And that creates a bulge, meaning a tide on the surface of the ocean. Bulge means a tide on the surface of the ocean. And on the other side of the earth, there is another bulge in the ocean water. And this happens because this side of the water is farther away from the moon, far away from the moon, and the centrifugal force that counterbalances gravity on earth. So there are two tidal bulges, children, that are created on the opposite sides of the earth. One is due to the moon's gravitational force and the other one is due to the centrifugal force of the earth. Yeah, if you don't know what is the centrifugal force, I'll just tell you quickly. Imagine gravity is a rope that pulls everything to the center of the earth, and centrifugal force is the outward force that counterbalances the gravity. Anyhow, you just need to remember that there are two tidal bulges on opposite sides of the earth, and the both sides of the earth bulges you'll find high tide, and on the other side, that is right angle to the moon, you'll have a low tide. Now this all happens only when there is moon and the earth. Now what about the sun, children? As I said, the sun is bigger than all the celestial bodies in the solar system. That means the sun will exert more gravitational pull and it has influences on the tides as well. However, the sun's gravitational pull can do two things. Either it will increase the moon's gravitational pull on earth or it will diminish or decrease the moon's gravitational pull on earth. Now, when the earth, the moon and the sun are in a straight line, the sun is behind the moon, right? Therefore, it enhances moon's gravitational pull and creates much higher tides. Now, the moon's gravitational pull is added with the help of sun's gravitational pull. Now, the gravitational force is more than previous. That's why it creates more high tide than normal. Okay, such kind of high tides are called spring tides. Okay, but sometimes when the sun and the moon is at right angle, the sun diminishes or decreases the gravitational pull of the moon on earth, and that creates low tides. So these are much lower than the normal low tides. So they are called neap tides, children. So this is how tides are formed. So thank you children.